check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the Nittany Lions head coach before the game. He told me that this is new for the Big Ten. Obviously, these teams coming all the way to the West Coast. The travel is long. They have been putting some practices in place to make sure their players are moving, getting up early, getting prepared for this time zone challenge. They are going to try to perform at their best performance level today, but they put a ton of time and research and science into making sure the players are prepared to go. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Nittany Lions ready to kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. From the gun. Got the first down. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
It's such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
Let's talk for just a second about Washington. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
Here's a give to Washington. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Churns into the pile. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
On the return. Makes a move. There he goes. Open it up. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Special teams proving to be special. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands.
Number 94 set to kick off.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Changing the routes with his receivers. Williams. Here comes the heat. Going to try to get it himself.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like knowing guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. It's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
Sometimes it's easy for the receiver to get lost running a drag through all that traffic, Jesse.
Yeah, and this is a receiver too, Reese, who's dangerous once he has the football in his hand. So I like the idea on offense of trying to get this guy the ball quickly to see what he can do once he has it.
Back open in the middle. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line.
That's a third down the offense simply had to have there. You're obviously trailing early in this game. You're trying to generate some momentum. So third down, defense is playing zone. You just got to find the soft spot in coverage, make it easy on your quarterback. Those two guys able to link up.
Play action with Williams. Still looking to his right. On the move, he fires. Connection to the right. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Washington. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Keep it on the ground. Got some green grass. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Williams from the gun on third down. He'll pull it down and run. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And that's the problem, man. You want to heat this guy up. You want to bring some pressure, but you see the other side of that coin. You bring pressure, he sees it, he can run, get the first down. This defense, it's kind of a pick your poison. Too soft, too laid back, he runs it and takes off. Too much pressure, he can run it and run away from guys and take off. So, nice third down conversion by the quarterback.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Williams. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. The kicker looks a little disappointed. He'll not come into the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 4. 4th down, Williams. Big fella moving. And how about this defense keeping everything in front and making the sure tackle to turn it over on downs?
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice. Turnover on downs.
Tells to run, wants to pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking for the edge. He'll toss it. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
And now on third down, shadowed their own goalpost, needing some breathing room. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. Across the 25, he's got room. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They'll give it to people. Turning it on. Past the 50. He's at the 30. The 10. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And he makes the extra point.
Celtic kick it away.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
There's a crease. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, you talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had, these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Yeah, and really nice job by the defender. Listen, a curl route's hard to defend. It's hard to get in front of that guy because he's curling back to the quarterback, but he did a good job not getting pass interference, getting around his body, and knocking the ball to the ground.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on third down. The throw. Fires into traffic, picked off. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Looking downfield, it's Beck. Quickly out to the tight end. Breaks into the open. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Man, you see those tight ends catch the football, you're coming up and try to get on the ground as fast as they can. They're such big athletes, though. You gotta pick your poison. A lot of times you try to go low, and they hurdle you or put that hand down. Nice job by the tight end breaking a tackle and getting some extra yards.
Pulls it. Now the toss. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read. And it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
They're going to ride this running back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fellow right in the middle.
They'll run out of the gun, James Peoples. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Hauls it in. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Nittany Lions will come to the line to convert on fourth down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Splits the uprights. Good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Throwing, Williams. He's got the tight end. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Williams looking for a man. Escapes the pressure to his right. He's going to take off. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Here's Williams to throw. Caught. Got room at the 35. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping through the defense. Touchdown, Washington. A great catch and run for 6. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. These corners going to give these receivers some space. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Left side is Sauer. Shakes a man, and he might take off. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly. Handoff for Peoples. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Dropping back, it's Beck. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Bought a little time, lets it go. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Right side, it's Peoples. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Hunt is on its way. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Williams. Still looking. He'll pull it down, and he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Washington. There he goes.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Throws it off the RPO. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the first down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
Williams. Keeping his eyes downfield. Unleashes one. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
3rd down from the gun, Williams. Trying to make magic with his feet. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We start with a look at LSU taking on the number 8 team, the Alabama Crimson Tide.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19.
And it's the Tigers setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field.
And that's now 5 straight victories. They've really been clicking on all cylinders at this point of the season.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Working that left side. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's a give to Peoples.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Long way to go on second down. Back to throw, it's Beck. Fires to the tight end. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Play action on first down. Look out! Chase to the right. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Well, it's a nice positive play on the bootleg going to the right there. And a really good decision that time by the quarterback, too, because he's supposed to throw that down the field. But as soon as he turned around, he saw that there was just open space, green grass. Put your foot in the ground, use your athletic ability, and go get positive yards.
And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Burrowing for yardage. Turning it on. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
Going to the run, it's Martin. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick with the physical ground game late in the game. That's how you finish opponents off. And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Back to pass, it's Beck. On target. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. Their first possession of this third quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Going with the ground game left. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Trying to slip through and pick it up. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking for the marker. Absolutely nowhere to go as they stop him behind the line on 4th down.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your 2-possession lead.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Peoples again. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Wants to throw. It's Beck. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the move from inside his 5. He's chased out of bounds inside the 15. They'll mark him out at his own 14-yard line. Not much on that kick return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Williams on the play fake. Moves to his right. He's going to run it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. I'll bet he keeps an eye on that play clock this time. It's 2nd and 6. Handoff from the gun. Sees a crease. Got the first down. Breaks into the open. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Play fake, Williams. Finds his man, it's Washington. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Throwing. Williams. Extending the play. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the grab on the right. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Huskies.
That play calling menu just gets so much bigger when I got a guy, Jesse, that can do this. Like, he can run the football, such a weapon. We saw it all throughout this game so far, and you see it once you get closer to that red area, man. You get that +1 advantage, having your quarterback that can be a running threat.
And the frustrating part for a defense, too, is that even when you're right, you're wrong. And we've seen on some of these runs...
Trying to get the 2. Here comes the heat, and down goes the quarterback, and they won't be able to get any closer with the 2-point try. He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll give it to People. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Looking for a man. It's Beck. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, he just flat dropped it. He had the ball and didn't look it all the way in, and it'll be 4th down. The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Gives it to the back on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Man, the defense was in there in such a hurry. They didn't even let that draw develop. Got to him so quick.
You know, the draw play has to look like a pass and not look like you're faking a pass. And I think there, it was pretty evident they were trying to run the draw. Throws to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Coleman Williams. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's Williams to throw. Got his man. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Calls his own number. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. Trying to get the corner. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington! Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They march the ball 51 yards for the score and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the return, it's Wallace. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Williams. He'll try to do it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Williams will pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Washington. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field. Don't make a mistake. Check it down to your running back. Let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw. But you could tell they were definitely locked in. And they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going up top. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Oh, pressure's coming. And the pass is incomplete, and that's going to be the final play as this game is over.